Thank you for visiting our channel. Today I came out to review and also quick unbox this nice ginormous Android box. It is from a company called Buzztv and it is modeled XRS 4900. It is one of the waited for a very long time boxes. So here you go. We're going to go through it, teach you exactly what is involved in this and also review it, how good this is and what it will bring on a table for us. I do not want to forget, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, click the subscribe button. Make sure you share this with your friends and family. Make sure you click the notification icon, select all, in order to get notified once we have a new video out. On top of that, if you have a question, drop them at the bottom of the video. We love to help you out ASAP. And don't forget to click the like button. It really motivates us to make these type of videos quickly with a little more detail every time. You can see that the box is really big. It's really nicely designed. And once you open it, it opens from one side and then everything is set up on the top, which is the box and the remote. And once you take that out, the part where the box sits have all of the information on what type of RAM your box have and more. And then once you take that out, there's two little boxes inside that we will cover in a few seconds. But with the middle part, when you take it out, it has two AAA batteries, which is done by Energizer. On the other side of it, on the actual lid, there is a little package. And inside of that, you will get some more detailic information, which we will get in a few seconds. So the top cushion on top of your box is not just a plastic, it's an actual computer mouse. You can see that it is very, very thick. And yes, when you put it on and you put your mouse right on top of it and you move it, this thing sits still. And the next one that it comes with is this little box and it says power on it. Now when you open it, it comes with some little particles. Now the first thing is the power supply itself. This is 12 volt 1800 milliamps, which is a little bit different. It comes with this part, which is going to be connected to the box itself. Now the next part is this little plastic. It has some little cushions inside of it. These are designed so when you are going to hook up the SSD or the hard drive, so that way when you put it inside of the box itself, it is not going to wobble or make a sound when you're moving it around. There's one more box and it says cable. Now when you open this one, it just comes with a HDMI cable. And the next part is the side little envelope that they had. Inside of it you will find your user manual, which is... Now the other thing is that inside of it you're also going to get these little stickers. A lot of people were asking, so I guess they provided it. The next part is there's a little thank you page. And then going in the back, it talks about the power, the connectivity, and the storage. It's all going to be here for the actual 4900. So here is the remote. This is BT200. There are little differences. Number one difference is there is two extra buttons here. The old one did not have it. Also, the way that they have designed this remote, this part and the home button color is different. That's not the only thing. The logo on the bottom has a copper color, and going in the back, they whole parted how you will be able to pair this with your TV. If your TV is IR, how you will be able to pair it. And also the functionality. So you can see all the buttons are there that you require. Now they also going to give you access, control volume up and volume down. This is for your box. There's the LED indicator. We will show you how to pair this in a few seconds. But you have the favorite, the category. Some of the buttons has been moved from the BT100 to this. And the menu buttons there, back buttons there, navigation key is a lot better, and also info and the last button. So if you're on a different channel, you wanted to go back to your old one, you just have to press this and it will take you back. Don't mess these two together because this is different than this. That's back for your apps. You have a live button, home button, guide, you have volume up and down, channel up and down, so very easily it will work and you do not have to rely on a third-party remotes to make that part work. You have the static mouse button. Yes, it is static mouse. You have the mute button, all numeric buttons, page down and page up. And now, when you turn this on, we will show you in a few seconds that only inside of these will be lit and not outer layer. When you go to the back part of it, you can open the back and you can put two AAA batteries, which is included in this. And the batteries that are part of this is the Energizer batteries. Now here is the big moment, is the actual 4900 box itself sitting inside of a plastic so that it doesn't get scratched up. And once you take it out, this is how it really looks. It's not that bad. It is really nicely designed and going around it. Alright, so here is the box, how it really looks. Yes, the top part, the cuts are very fingerprint magnet, and also the sides. Now let's go from the front. You have the actual Buzz logo, which will be an LED light. So when you turn it on, it will turn blue. When you turn it off, it will be red. Now going on one side of it, there's nothing here. But once you go to the back, you have the USB Type-C connection, which none of the other Android boxes I've seen have. This one do have it. Then you have the AV port, which is really good for your sound system. You have a gigabit LAN connection, and then you have the HDMI 2.1. You have optical audio connection, so you can connect it to stereo system. And also you have the power connection, which is 12 volt, 18 milliamps. And then going to the side of it, you have one USB 2.0 port, which is also good for OTG, and also you have two USB 3.0 ports. Then you have a micro SD slot, which can read up to 128 gigabyte. And then we're going back to the front. Now that's not the only thing. Looking at the bottom part of it, you have their name written really nicely, and also the model number. Now that is not just for that. If you flip it in the bottom, you have a lot of holes for ventilation. You have these little legs so it can sit in this way on a flat surface properly. And you have a little part that you can open. And this is where you will be able to hook up a SATA connection. There you go. So this is where you will be able to enter your SATA hard drive. In this case, we have one. Let's just hook it up right now. Now for the SATA drive, I always recommend for you to have a little handle for it. So I use this green tape and I put it in the bottom. I know that it is not really necessary for this, but it is making it easier for me to put in and then take out very easily. So once you hook it up, just push it in and that's it. And then we flip this and we put the top on. There you go. As easy as that. And now let's go through and hook this up to see exactly how it will be showing on the TV. Now to hook this up to the TV, first make sure you connect your HDMI cable and then the power. And if you have LAN connection, go ahead, connect it. In this case, we do have a LAN, but let's connect this with Wi-Fi. And there you go, it goes blue. That's how you know that it is turning on. So the first thing that came up was the actual animation for it to go in, and it does not have any kind of sound effect, which is perfect. And here you go. Once you get to this screen, you have to press the OK button and the volume down as it shows on the screen to pair this remote. So let's do that together. And once it finds the remote, it will tell you found. And there you go. All right, so this is the XRS 4900 Buzztv 5 launcher. Yes, they have a background now. Now you can see everything clearly. The best part is that they have actually placed the Buzztv 5 logo right on the top. And then on the other side, you have Wi-Fi, and then you have Bluetooth, Ethernet, and then the date and time. Look, so you have live, VOD, PVR, and EPG. Now, when you're running your live TV, you will have a little picture-in-picture over here. But for right now, since we just launched into this and we installed the apps, we do not have that. So here you go. We will go step by step in telling you exactly what you should expect. So this is all apps. When you select, all of the apps will show up. Now there's a lot of them that we have installed, so that way we can do our benchmarking and more. Going on the bottom part of it, you have settings. When you go to settings, they have changed the whole look. It's not on the side, it's an actual full page. And then going through it, you see a lot of icons. Yes, when you go to the side, it will move. Beautiful. This is something that we are always looking to do before. And then that way you can set up a lot of things. Like I have entered a hard drive in this. So you can go to storage, select it, and then the storage will show up in the bottom. Now the one that I installed is a terabyte, and here you go, it shows in the bottom, and it is from Western Digital. Just have to click on it, and then you can erase or format. Now I already set it up, so I do not have to do it, but that's how easy it is to perform. And then in the bottom it will tell you what is available and what stuff you installed on it, or if you want to merge it with internal storage, you can do that too. Now this is the home screen. You can change your launcher from here, and we will show you exactly where you can find this outside of this place too, but you can change it to classic, which will look something like this. And the second launcher that they have brought is called Media Player. You can select it, and this is how it looks. It's very simple, so you do not have any picture-in-picture. And then the third part is the Media Player number 2. We will select it, and this is how it looks. And by the way, you can install your own, like ATV launcher or something. You can do that too, and it will work perfectly for you. Back to modern, which is the one that we always use. And here you go, we're back. And the next part is the server settings. So here you go. This is something that a lot of you guys are missing, and a lot of you do not have access to. So you have 3 different options. Go in. So you have your next thing we want to cover before we can go to live will be some benchmarking. Geekbench 5. So here you go. With the Geekbench 5, you can see with single core we received 284, and with the multi-core we received 901, which is a beautiful number for this box. We went to root checker, and then we clicked on verify, and it shows that it is not properly rooted. That means it's partially rooted. This is DRM Check. If you are going to have access to something like Netflix HD, and you can see that the current level is none. I know that the HDCP level on this is HDCP 2.2, which is beautiful, but the current level is none. That means as your Netflix will be able to play with the latest version from the tablet. So that means it is going to be touchscreen. You're required to have an air mouse like this in order to play with it. We will get to it in a few seconds. The next thing we want to launch will be AIDA64. Here's the best part. It gives you a lot of things and raw info, which we really like. Something like manufacturer's AMLogic, model number is XRS 4900, the brand is AMLogic, and also how much RAM it has. It's 4 GB. How much is available is right underneath of it. And then going down, you have the storage, and then how much is available, and then your external storage, which we have a terabyte hooked up, and how much is available. We haven't used anything on this yet. And then going down, you have the Bluetooth, which is 4+, which is 4.2. Now going under CPU itself, you can see that this is a hexa-core. It is running Cortex A53, and the quad-core part of it running is A73. The first one, which is the A53, running on 1800 megahertz, but the second part of it, which is a quad core, running on 2208 megahertz, which is a little bit better. The extractor on this, which is the chip itself, is running on 64-bit, but the software is running on 32-bit. Now going under cores, you can see it's 6. All of them are right here, and you can see they are less than 1000, which is perfect. Just the 2 of them is clocked on 1000, and the rest of them is lower. And the CPU utilization is not reaching over 50, which is always underneath of it. That is the best part, so that way it's not going to heat up. And then you can see that the scaling governor is interactive. That is perfect. Now under display itself, the native resolution on this is 1080p, but you can get 4K and 60 Hz out of this. And going down, you have the GPU is Mali G52, which is dual core processor, and we will get to the codecs. We will explain it to you, but you can see it is on 60 Hz running on landscape right now, and the OpenGL on this is 3.2, which means is if you want to install the latest version of games on this, will work like charm. Network on this is AC Wi-Fi 5.8 and not 5.0, which means it is MiMO connected. Under Android, it is running Android 9 Pie. The security level is 28, which is a really cool thing. And then you can see the security patch that was brought to this is from September 5th, which is not that far back. And then going down, you have more of the information that you really require is all going to be right over here. Now here is the best part. You can see the temperature for the actual SoC, or in this case the CPU, and then also for the RAM right here, and then the battery. So you can see that the battery is very low and the heat, and also same with the RAM and also for the actual CPU. They're not reaching over 60, which means it has been leveled properly. Now going under codecs is what you're really looking for. So something like VP8 is there, H263 is there. Now going, here's the VP9. Now there are some little parts, something like VC1 is something that a lot of people are looking for, because some videos on YouTube or some other apps was getting choppy with the older type of chips, and this one do have it, and it will play it for you flawlessly. So going next, it's all over here. There's the H264 and 263 Dolby Vision, which a lot of people are asking for these days. It's all part of this box, so that way you're not going to fall behind. Now going back under system, there was one part that I did not cover. It talks about, there you go, rooted device. It says no. A lot of people are asking for this. I thought I should just bring it up and show you guys that this box under this app, it shows it's not been rooted. I know that it is partially rooted. The next thing we want to go to is going to be YouTube. So here you go. You can see right now that this is playing it flawlessly, and it is 4K. It just automatically takes you, and it doesn't take you to 2K. It takes you directly to auto under 4K. So this way your picture are very, very clear. That's not the only thing. Let's go through a little bit geeky mode. You can see that this is on 30 Hertz, but 4K. It is right now just capturing on 1080p, and there's only 3 frame drops out of almost 1200 at the meantime, so it plays it very nicely. But if we go down under codecs, it is using VP09, and there are different type of versions of this video that is trying to color code it right on the bottom, so that way it will play it for you accurately, so you do not miss any little single bits and pieces from this video. And it's always really good to know about these little parts. Now the next thing I want to cover is going inside of the Buzztv utility. Once you go here, you can go to home screen, and there you go. You can turn it on or you can turn it off in order to see it. There is one more feature called TV series. Now if your server do have that separately, not part of your VOD, then you will be able to bring another line underneath of it that it will show that it says TV series, except that this is how it shows and how easy it is for you to play with it. Now under Buzz utility, you have more options. If you guys do like this, please ask, we will show you more. Now the best part I always leave for the last is going to be your speed test. Now for speed test, we have only done it on 2 connections. One is LAN and one is our 5G network, because we wanted to show how much maximum we will get, and we will explain it to you why we haven't done it on 2.4. Now this box is connectable to 2.4, but I would really suggest you keep everything too simple. If you have a mesh network, go ahead connect it, or if you have a LAN connection, go ahead connect it, and also 5G. But forget about 2.4, because there's a lot of disconnections this year, and we do not want you to have any kind of issues connecting to it. So here you go. When we connected LAN for the very first time, we have a gigabit internet, but our upload rate is 30 megabits per second. You can see that I got 769, and you can see the arc going up and down, and it really got steady when it got around over here, and then it stayed on 769. When we try to do an upload, it's exceeded. It went over the 30 megabits. We have 32.5, which is a really good number. And you can see that it's totally steady going around all the way to the end. Now, when we did it one more time, it came down a very, very little part. So it says 730, and you can see that again, it really steady and going through it. And then for the upload rate, same thing. It just steady going through. It shows a really good number. Now, when we connected to our mesh network, it directly connected us to the 5G network, arced from regular 70 to 80, and then it went up to 360, which is a beautiful number for a mesh network. And then when we are trying to upload, we got 31.8 again, and it exceeded our 30, and you can see our ping was very low. That's the best parts. Now when we did it one more time, even higher than before, so we got 374 for our download and 31.9 for our upload, which was really steady going through, and our ping went down 1 point. And there you go, that is what we got. Now I have to mention that why we did not want to test this with 2.4 is because the actual servers that we want to connect to also just not answering anymore, because the 2.4 is something for yesterday. It is very, very old. We really suggested for you guys to use 5G network or mesh networks So this way, the actual router will make a decision to put you on 2.4, and sometimes if it is too slow, it will change you to 5G, and this box is maximum above and beyond. Keep it on the maximum level, so this way you're going to have accurate internet connections and less disconnections, so you can use this a lot better. And that's it for the speed test. Now I want to mention that all links will be available in the bottom where you can order this from, and also if you need more help directly from Buzztv, links going to be available in the bottom. Except that, I hope you guys like our video. If you do like it, click the like button, subscribe button on the top, comment on the bottom. Always remember to visit our own website, which is xctex.info. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and other social networking places, and thank you.